Because, I know I'm not the only one that doesn't want to go out here on a daily basis and deal with a lot of things that's going on in our society. I'm not the only one who's tired of going to the same job for years, and people don't appreciate the work that you do. Honestly, G, they don't. You be at work, I give you a prime example, and this is from the heart. My grandfather, okay, he worked for Otis Elevator for like 30 years. Was one of the top workers in Otis Elevators. What I mean by that is that Otis Elevators are the elevators in most of the buildings in New York. Otis Elevators provide most of the elevators for all around the world, okay? So we're talking about, let's say about 30, 40 years ago, when they really provided all of the elevators. My grandfather would have companies calling from Japan, China, to New York to have him build their elevators. Okay? Now, I'm a kid. I don't know any of this. You know what I mean? Like I said, my grandfather worked there for 30 years. He raised 6 children, strong wife, beautiful family, many grandchildren. He was a real, honest, good man. See, my point is this. I don't care what you deal with. It's about you being a good man or a good woman, a good person. You see what I mean? He was a good person. He put in all his effort with them for 30 years, gave them all, wasn't late to work. You know what I mean? My grandfather, he was on point. Wore a suit every day, treasurer at the church.
Don't tell me they fired him.
No. He held his responsibility. They didn't fire him, he retired. But you know what he got for his retirement of 30 years? A clock.
Whew.
Do you know what else he got for his retirement of 30 years? His wife did not get his pension because of some technical or whatever efforts. Now, you see the man for 30 years on the job working, and you're going to tell me because of some paperwork you can't give him his pension for his family? That's what I'm talking about. You're not appreciated.
Right.
You're not respected for the work that you do. I don't care what company that you're with. You're expendable. And I'm tired of being expendable. Because I'm worth more than that. My grandfather was worth more than that. Many people out there in the world, you're worth more than that. So I was just so fed up that I was like, I gotta do my own thing, man. I'm sick of this.
Yeah, that's a heartbreaking thing right there.
That's right. So when I look at that and I look at his story, the question is, do you want to be that? Do you want that to happen to you?
See,
because it can happen to any of us.
It definitely can. See, the science is learning how to invest in yourself.
Absolutely.
Learn how to invest in yourself and build yourself up. Whether through the science of what you're dealing with, but also like in any other endeavor and ownership. That's our first degree, being a maker and owner.
What is greater than you invested in yourself? The only thing greater than me invested in myself is invested in my babies, my children.
Which is the self, anyway.
Absolutely.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because me invested in them is invested in myself and also invested in the future of this whole world and society as a whole. So if I don't put all my greatest efforts into them, what are they going to be? And what's the world going to look like? And it's the same thing everybody complains about. Oh, look at these young kids, look at these kids. Well, because nobody's investing anything in them. You got to invest the time and the effort into them so that they can be the people that we want them to be, and just have a desire. Like I was writing this newsletter last night, and I was thinking about this. How many people do things because it's the right thing to do? Most people do stuff because they want a reward. I want the accolades. I want the congratulations. I want the money. They want something in return. Forget all of that. That's why we can't get nowhere, because everybody's looking for something in return. Do what you need to do and what is right because it's right. See, that's a part of the crystal mindset.
What people don't know what's right.
Yes, they do.
No. Well, I take that. People have strayed away from what's right.
And that's why we have to go back to what is right,
Right.
G. Because this is the whole, that's what's so wrong with the world now, because everybody wants something. And if you ain't giving me nothing, I ain't giving you nothing. Well, that's the main problem. How about dealing with some equality? How about giving something and not expecting anything in return? Why? Because it's the right thing to do. It's what I should do. I don't give things to my babies and expect them to give me stuff in return. So when I look at the next man and the next woman, I want to give them something and I don't expect anything in return. I don't want anything in return. You know what my benefit and my return is? I feel it in here. It's in the heart and it's in the mind. Because what? I did the right thing.
Right.
See, that's the crystal mindset. And I use crystal because crystal is what? Clear. There's different color crystals, of course. But the point is this. You have a clear focus on what you have to do, what needs to be done. And you're not looking for anything in return, which makes it pure. It doesn't come with attachments. You see what I mean? So to give it out that way helps all of us grow, helps all of us elevate, helps all of us be better. Because the purpose is also to be better than you are today. Always work on yourself. Always work on your mindset. You know, because we have a competitive mindset. Why? Because we always think somebody wants something from us.
That's the competitive mindset is dealing with capitalism.
Exactly, dog. And that's what we've been taught.
That's what we were raised. That's by default.
That's right. But
That's
see,
by default.
the realization is, just like you said, once you're aware of it, what are you going to do with it? Do you keep doing it and repeating it, knowing it takes you through hell? So you love hell instead of right? Or do you make a change?
If Mecca did this.